Hey, welcome back into today's video. Denise Frazier, a Confederate fun-loving dog lover, arrested not once, but again while she was out on bond awaiting trial. This individual was very pregnant and this time had an accomplice. She's attempting to normalize relations between dogs, saying all women do this. For the love of God, tell me in the comments right now that all women do not do this. Just to show her, just to prove a point. This is not normal. In today's video. If you're unfamiliar, welcome back Denise Frazier to the show. She was age 19 during her first arrest from Laurel, Mississippi. Charges are unnatural things to do with animals. And you might remember that we covered Denise last year in a video titled "Disgusting Woman Caught Selling Self to Dogs." This was the girl that was caught outside of a church filming this type of material. It's very disturbing. Well, we've got an update. She was caught with 3 dogs after she crashed her car into a power pole. Man, that was some damage. Investigators discovered several videos on Snapchat, one of which was outside the local Freedom Baptist Church. Originally, she was saying that she was forced to do this, but there was no evidence. The affidavit says, Frazier admitted she was the one in the video, but stated she was made to do it. Frazier also advised that it occurred over a year ago in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Later on in this date, Deputy Newton received several more videos of Frazier having relations with a German Shepherd. Videos depicted Frazier repeatedly inserting what... Oh, you can read. See, Snapchat uses device location through GPS, Wi-Fi, and cell tower data to provide the location of the said devices at the time of its recording. A screenshot of the iCloud shared photos of the videos and showed dates February 23rd through 28th of 2023. So this person was caught red-handed. It was obvious that she was lying, and in fact, when she was released, she bragged about it. So over on Denise Frazier's TikTok with over 10,000 followers, I don't know why, she's a self-proclaimed bad B-word. This is quite the timeline of events. She starts off here when she first got caught saying, "For all those B-words who have the nerve to say I blanked my dog, like nah, the only dog I effed was your boy, so stop saying it if it ain't true. Only my true friends would stick up for me. All I have to say is F y'all MFers." And as you can see, as it progressed, the next one was saying, "Boys think they're freakier than me," to guessing her height. Then things started to get really weird. She posted a video of her dog saying, "I'm going to help him next."
Come here. Come here, baby.
Now, what's disturbing about this video to me is she's making slurping noises. I'm not gonna, you can put 2 and 2 together. She goes on in this video to point out the dog's genitals. One user saying the caption, "Arrest." And just like every one of these sick individuals, their comment section is filled with people that are rooting them on. And we're going to talk more about that a little bit later in the video. One creepy guy saying, "Welcome back, darling." Another with the name Real Naughty, and I'm not going to explain what this means. I'm sure somebody in the comment section will enlighten you. But they say the Z is something that should not exist. To which they say, "Yet you know about it, and everyone knows about it." Another bizarre comment saying, "Not that it's any of my business, and I support you, but why wouldn't they take your animals?" And then they say, "What do you mean you support her? Like, support the dog effing habits?" Another user saying, "Our world is going to hell in a handbasket." It's been going in that direction for a while, it seems. We got good girl Denise. Welcome back, Denise. Heart emojis, beautiful. And then we're going to point out the logic of these individuals, which is encapsulated in comments like this. "Glad to see so many perfect people on here with opinions who are so judgmental and must have never done anything wrong in their life." To which one user says, "May not be perfect, but at least I can say I never effed a dog, LMFAO." And again, posts did not get better after this. After it was obvious that she was caught, she couldn't run away from this, she moved to owning it, which is not good. In this next one, she actually posts one of the articles talking about her situation with the caption that says, "Most girls do this. We kinky AF. We just keep it secret." And you see a lot of comments below saying, "Who's we?" In this one, it says, "Yes, I did it, but we all have our kinks." And it says, "Low-key want a girl, but everyone is so judgmental because of the dog thing." So this is disturbing. This is actually a clip from said... Scentbird is supporting this channel by sponsoring this video. Back with Scentbird, and this time we have 4 fragrances. And as you guys already know, Scentbird allows you to pick new designer fragrances for only $17 a month. Just go to their website, select from perfumes or colognes. You can select from multiple categories, including bestsellers. And there's a lot to pick from. It comes packaged like this, the container looks like this, and you can take it apart, and that actually houses the cologne. This is probably my favorite sponsor that we've ever had on the channel. It's how I found multiple colognes like Versace Dylan Blue. So good. Each fragrance comes with a card that tells you the notes breakdown on the back. Just check this out. This first one is called Mind Games, and the fragrance by this company is called French Defense. Black Cherry Amber. Let's check it out. It's very nice. It's very nice. You can definitely, it's got the notes of cherry. Just tried this on today for myself. Indigo Smoke by Akist. Oh, wow. It's like a strong, manly scent. We got Yellowstone by True Western. This is one I was excited to smell because I really like the TV series Yellowstone. Very, very, very good show. It's got Velveter Root, Golden Aspen, and Atlas Cedarwood, and a few other things. Let's check it out. Very clean. Kind of smells like Kevin Costner. Michael Germain Paris, Sexual Neor. Interesting title. It's got notes of sweet tobacco and lavender, among others. I love the smell of tobacco, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is really good. I think this is the first one I liked every single scent. The concept of Scentbird is really good. They send you samples each month, and this saves you a lot of money, so you don't actually have to go and buy a $100 bottle of cologne. You can test different ones. I found a bunch through this method, and the liquid in these tubes lasts a long time, sometimes over a month. I want to say I've had this sponsorship at least 4 or 5 times, and I've only ever ran out of 1 tube of cologne, and the other ones are pretty full still, as you can see. So use code Repzilla to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. And as always, I want to know what you guys picked for your fragrances. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you've had past colognes or perfumes, I would like to know your experiences with that. Has it been smooth? Did you like it? That being said, I'd like to thank Scentbird for sponsoring the channel once again. Really appreciate it, guys. So this is disturbing. This is actually a clip from said video, unfortunately, and it says, "I don't regret anything. It feels too good to care." This is disturbing because this is the dog that she hurt, and it was taken to a really good animal rescue, and we're going to talk about that also a little later in the video. Finally, the last post she did on 3/31, it says, "I was arrested for something that every girl secretly does." It says, "My name is Denise Frazier, and I was arrested for no reason." Obviously, she feels like she's done no wrong. These disgusting degenerates have no place in society. They're always talking about how intelligent they are and how morally superior they are. Make no mistake about it, this is vile behavior. Now, to make ourselves feel better, let's watch that clip of her being hauled off to jail. These people are mentally ill and delusional. Something you don't hear a lot of people talk about when this situation comes up is the fact that she was on Snapchat with a whole business selling herself to individuals so they could watch her have relations with their dogs and they could watch this. That's messed up. Let's take a look at the Snapchats. Here she's setting up the transaction, only if you get my own hotel with pet friendly, and that I can take a shower and also need money for my radiator. I'm down. They say they've only got 200. She says, why only 200? That's nothing. I don't get paid till Wednesday. I have 2 boys that take my money. 200 is better than 0. She's like, okay, nice to know. She's like, pay me. Sends another absolutely disturbing picture, I'm sure. I'm all the way in Laurel. Now, I certainly believe that there are other individuals that are involved in this situation along with her. And actually, with her most recent arrest, there was an accomplice. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But on her Facebook page, there's a lot of people talking, and some of the people that actually knew her from high school. One of the users said something interesting. In a video of her and a guy you can't see, but can hear him, might be her brother or cousin talking to her, but it's about how it's better to cuddle after the dogs. Now tell me this chick isn't being coached into this. Look on Twitter. Clearly, this is disturbing and it ties into her now deleted Twitter, but we have some archives of that. Let's check it out. Now, even on the Twitter bio here, it says, arrested unlawfully. I have a... But it doesn't hurt anyone. I won't be the first or the last to have it. Age 19. She also linked in OnlyFans, but of course this is deleted. They do not allow this type of content on their platform. She was saying disgusting things like sex really gets you in shape, and that's why every girl needs to be paired with a dog. Abs don't lie. And then she would post pictures of her body, which is another showcase of how delusional she was. Multiple attempts to normalize, saying that she knows Europeans support her, and I don't know, this Swedish paper says, but I don't speak German, that is insane. There's so much wrong with what she just said. Now I know Europeans are nice and support me. I don't know what this Swedish paper says because I don't speak German. My European rep squad, let's hear it in the comments about how you feel about this. Again, talking about what she does with her dogs being normal. And then here's this one. I have no idea what this means. Earlier, there was that comment talking about how they heard somebody in the background. Well, she says things like this. My mom kind of caught my dad with his... I tried to tell her he was fixing a button, but she asked me to leave the house for a day. So I'm going to a hotel. Good morning. Another one where she says, have to chill. Twitter hates when I talk about me and my father's relationship. I got suspended for 10 hours. That's why I hate racism. It's a lot of just posting really disgusting things, and it almost is like she's trolling, but honestly, I do not believe she's trolling. In one especially disturbing post, they had me in a jail cell with a girl who offed her kids. She was like, what are you in here for? I said, relationships with my dogs every day. She got up and busted out laughing, and we became friends. And there's a lot worse, but check this out. IDGAF. I'm going to keep having relations with my dogs every day. I'm going to keep getting nodded and openly while my parents are home. And I'm going to keep letting my dogs, I'm never going to change. And that was June 7th of last year. And that's a takeaway that the police need to understand, because while she was out on bond awaiting trial, she did this again, only this time she was very pregnant. Pregnant Laurel woman arrested on not great charges for a second time in a year. Says Denise Nicole Frazier, 20 years old, of Laurel, was arrested Thursday afternoon in Forest County and charged with attempted unnatural stuff and unnatural stuff. New charges come after a video surfaced of what appears to be a pregnant Frazier having relations with a dog. This comes after her April 2023 arrest, where she was caught with her German Shepherd. The police said it was one of the most disturbing cases they'd ever seen. At that time, she was released on a $25,000 bond, which had no impact at all. The Forest County judge set her bond at $10,000 per charge. There was two. And they revoked the previous bond set by the Jones County judge. Another person named Skylar English, 18 years old, was arrested for accessory before the fact. His bond was set at $10,000. So this is the individual, Skylar English, who was arrested, an accomplice to these types of things. Skylar, you're alleged of some creepy things. Some very creepy things you're alleged of. I was editing this video and I learned that Skylar was arrested again this month. They're calling him the Doggy Deviant. My question is what did he want to steal? Another article says sick puppy. Added again, they're calling her a sick puppy. That's a play on words. Video shows very pregnant woman having relations with dog. Video showed that she violated the terms of her release on bond and that she's one sick puppy. Why are they doing that? Denise is now 20 and she was charged with 2 counts of unnatural relations with animals and booked into the Forest County Jail on Thursday evening. Says an informant provided Sergeant Carter with a video that shows very pregnant Frazier having relations with a dog and appears to be a Siberian Husky mix about 2 weeks before she gave birth to a baby. Sergeant Carter said it was determined that the video was made in Forest County. So Carter turned over the information to the authorities there. 2 weeks before she gave birth. That poor child. I hope they take her child away from her. Obviously, that is a huge thing that needs to happen, and I feel so bad. Interestingly enough, when she was first charged with this, she said that the German Shepherd was her service dog. she was ordered not to be around animals. He said she's not to be around animals until the matter is resolved. When she made her first initial appearance, he had to sign a arrest warrant on her contempt for court. Sergeant Carter said, and I quote, "She had time to get some help, but obviously she didn't." And like I said, there's people on her Facebook who knew her from high school speaking out. They say, "She was saying she was made to do this by her boyfriend. But this has been a reoccurring thing since she was in high school, and she was not made to do this. We got some dude to ask her if she would do it, and she did. So if she tells you she was made to do this, she's lying. This girl, Denise Frazier, is sick and twisted. This post will probably get removed because I posted so many disgusting, awful things that she's done to her animals. Just scroll down on this post to see. This is all current social media, is her phone number, her boyfriend's Facebook, and both blocked me on everything, LMAO, because this girl is not going to get away with this. Share this post and let everyone know what this girl is doing to her poor animals. Maybe it will get noticed and something will be done about it, because this is just horrifying. Facebook, please don't remove this." Of course, Facebook did remove this post. Some of the stuff that was listed, not good. These things that were listed were things that went back to her high school days. It's not good. And just so you're aware, there is an alarming amount of people okay with this. I'm going to go over a conversation of one of her defenders on her Facebook page. The logic is terrible. Here's this guy named Adrian. He says, "Why do you people have to humiliate her? Isn't her story and shame enough for the rest of her life? And what are you better than animals in doing this meanness? You have thrown yourselves like hyenas on a carrion. Should she off herself? Should she end her life? Will you then stop humiliating her? Stop tormenting her? You don't know her story. You haven't seen the movie. You don't know what she went through. It's easy to judge. Open your closet." Got a lot of laughing emojis here. One user saying, "We do know her though. She blanked the dog. Pretty straightforward. To answer the last two questions, yes, she should. And no, we won't." So obviously these defenders are probably in line with the type of stuff that she does, and their logic is always extremely flawed. Just check this out. He says, let's say you're 17 years old and you slept with 3 different guys on the prom who were your best friends. Do you think everyone should know and the story should ruin your life forever? Go everywhere you go? Somebody says, not comparable. I don't care how many human another human has slept with. You can tell by the comparison alone these people don't think logically. And there's so many of them. There's 49 likes on this support comment. Her attempts to normalize this was even shut down by Twitter context. On June 3rd, she said, "Here's the issue I have with people on Twitter. You know for a fact that what I do with my dogs is normal. Y'all do it too. It's been normal. Ask your aunts, sisters, moms, and nieces. They do it too. But Americans are hypocrites. Europeans support me though. They're real over there." And Twitter context says, for context, this user was arrested for having relations with their dogs. And then lets her know that this is illegal in Europe as well. I think it's important for you guys to understand that this is unfortunately not a small thing. I covered her situation last year about a girl named Sierra. Absolutely insane video. I discovered a massive online community of degenerates. In this situation, there were over 32,000 people. But that's only one community. They take opportunities like this when topics go viral to attempt to normalize it. There are multiple accounts across various social media sites taking Denise's name and making money off of her animal ABUSE. And the same thing happened with the Sierra situation, most likely because these degenerates are looking for representation of like-minded people who share the same ideals. Just to show you an A-B comparison of how alike these people are, this is Sierra saying, and no, I'm not pro-incest. I'm just saying, someone being my cousin doesn't make me any less of a woman, or them any less of a man to me. So what's really the issue? If I did stuff with them, it would feel the same as any other woman. People are just uneducated bigots, TBH. A tweet from Denise saying the same ASS my daddy used to grab when he hugged me, when I made him proud. Here's Sierra trying to hide behind the trans and LGBT community, saying that because she's a trans canine, and that's a thing, they accept her. I'm sure you guys don't. Denise saying that she's bi and wants a girlfriend and a boyfriend. And in the comments, you see people agreeing that they're also this orientation. But these individuals are hiding behind these labels in order to normalize their agenda. Here's Sierra saying, I'm wifey goals, and I know the other girls have been messaging me and telling me that they also are like me. I'm going to make it normal for girls to have relations with their dogs. I think it's the best way to stop women from cheating on their men and unwanted pregnancy. Also, multiple times Denise saying the same thing. And again, so far as I've known, any person that's been outed to the viral level of these individuals, they all hide behind these labels. They try to fit in. It's very similar to the whole MAPS movement with the P3DOs, trying to normalize it and make this thing, try to put it in your face and hide behind these different types of communities. But it's not going to work. And in fact, just to remind these predators, they have no place in your guys' communities, trans, LGBT. Sound off in the comments below and give these degenerates a message, because this type of thing will never be okay. The Homeward Horse Haven is the establishment that's taken in the animals of Denise Frazier and has been taking really good care of them. They document on that page how the animals are doing and what they've been getting up to. In a March 1st post, when she was arrested again, they said, for those following Gunner and what happened to him, she's back in jail. Thank you, Forest County. One user saying, I'm so glad she's back in jail. I'm one of the people who got her locked up in the first place. She came to my job trying to give Gunner away. My manager posted it on Facebook. Well, people started to tell my manager what she was doing to him. Well, she tried talking to a cop and he did nothing. I messaged my good friend that helps animals and sent her all the information about her, and within 24 hours, she messaged back with a picture of her mugshot. Thank you for getting her back in jail. The animal facility replies saying, we didn't do anything in regards to her being arrested, but we sure are grateful she was. We hope her charges stick and she faces the consequences and isn't able to hurt any more animals. So Gunner was the German Shepherd that Denise owned. And the owner at the animal shelter did a post about Denise that I think is really important to read. This has been on my mind since the last time she was arrested and is my 2 cents, so you can take it or leave it. In our line of work, we see a lot of addiction, mental illness, poverty, and ignorance playing a role in animal neglect and cruelty. And you know what? The vast majority of those people don't reoffend once their animals are removed. Some only need a welfare check and advice to do better. In my opinion, mental illness is not an excuse here. She could have sought treatment after her arrest last year. She didn't. She knew very well what she was doing and actively sought to get famous for it. I'm sorry, but I do not believe for a second that therapy or mental institution is going to help her. Not right now. With mental illness and addiction, you have to want to get better. You have to actively work to complete steps and programs, take your medications, and participate in therapy. Nothing about this woman seems to say that she's ready, willing, or wanting to change. I'd have to say that I 100% agree with that. In her own words, she's never going to stop. She was arrested. She faced jail time, felony charges, and loudly and proudly continued her behavior. I know no better place for her right now other than jail. Perhaps the weight of her actions and the consequences she is facing will finally sink in and open her heart and mind for help. The jokes have already started, acting like this is a victimless crime. As someone who lives with one of her victims, I can assure you it's not. I've seen how he reacts to people who look like her. It's not with excitement, enthusiasm, or desire. It's frozen in place, tail tucked, stress, and anxiety. Luke the puppy may not have been for one of her videos, but still suffered seizures for months after rescue. What she did is not cute or funny. For those who think it's hilarious, pretend it's your daughter or your sister. Would you be laughing then? Proud? I think not. I hope she gets to a point that she really wants help and she can turn her life around. Not for her, because I don't have it in me to want good things for her, but for the sake of her child, I hope she does. That child deserves a life without the stigma of what their mother did. They do not need to be another victim of her attempt at fame. That baby is innocent in all of this. If you can't find sympathy for the animals, for goodness sake, have some for your child. How humiliating this will be for them to discover one day. My heart aches for them. For her, I have no sympathy, but it's so sad she needs help. No. This is not a child who didn't know better. She's a grown adult woman who played stupid games and deserves the consequences her actions get her with the offer of help. Barring illness or death, I will be there in court every time, watching and praying for justice for Gunner, Luke, and whose names we won't ever know. It's a very heart-filled post. If you guys want to keep up with the animals that were hurt by Denise, this page, I will link it in the description below. And that's one of the main reasons I make these types of videos, so we can call these criminals out. And we can shine a light on them and keep them from hiding and to let them know this is never going to be okay. And as interesting as this is, or something more interesting to me, that's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go leave your creative or interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. And as always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. I had flu for like 2 weeks. I ran a fever of like 103. It was terrible, but I'm back now. I'd like to say thank you to my patrons for your continued ongoing support. I really appreciate it. If you too want to get your name at the end of my videos to support what we do here on this channel and call out terrible people, then I'll put the Patreon link in the comment the pinned comment below. Also, Positivity Turtles in the chat, and thank you to anybody who's donated on this year's fundraiser. We're currently at $1,071 of 5,000 raised. It's amazing that we're already over $1,000, and that's just another way to show that you're repping. If not repping, you're gigging. How you do that? All you gotta do is subscribe, notification turn on, be in the comment section of every single video, because I'm gonna be there. Greg the Cat's gonna be there in spirit, and the rest of the Repzilla community as well. And I expect to see there too, because this channel loves you. I'm thirsty. If you guys have any topics, let me know below.